Right, here with another video. It looks like I might get another Dutch. Happy days. The guy I'm playing is Sebs, and Sebs is a very high rated player, so I'm just trying to find out who he is. We'll have a look afterwards actually. Oh, I know this kid. He's if it's the same guy I'm thinking of. Cool, he's got a high rating. I don't know how that happened, but okay. Anyway, let's see how the Dutch goes. To be honest, I think the best move is bishop to b4 when you get a chance in the Dutch. I'm not so sure about this bishop to e7 stuff, but you know, it's what I'm used to playing, so I'll play it. But if it's, I'm just going to check who this player is, because there's a young Norwegian guy. Oh, okay, and I think it is the same guy I'm thinking of, and I was actually in Gibraltar. I think the person I was playing was my teammate once in pairs chess. Really nice kid, really talented player. So I've got to be a little bit careful here. Okay, well I'm going to go for the main line with knight to e4 now. We saw in another video I played a5, but here I'm going to try knight to e4. And now queen c2 I don't consider the best move. You should always take on c3, go a5. And you'll see that I will get e5 in quite shortly. This is the main idea in the Dutch, to try to force through the move e5. But you know what? These Norwegian youngsters, as we well know, are pretty dangerous. You know, I mean, just take a look at the one they call the Carlsen. I mean, he's you know, what can be said about him? The guy's just brilliant. So okay, well my opponent playing quite an interesting idea here. Of h4 bishop g5. Maybe it is Magnus Carlsen. Maybe he's playing on his mate's handle this time. I mean, he's got an awfully high rating. This is much more likely to be Magnus Carlsen than the last time I thought it was Magnus Carlsen. Okay, so what is happening here? Let's just play sensible moves. I want to try to get this move e5 in. My opponent playing very sensible moves as well. So, well, in for a penny, in for e5, as they say. Maybe not the best move though, because my pieces are looking a little bit funny when he takes on f6. Okay, he's gone there. So the normal response here is always to play f4. Now I'm wondering if I take his bishop first. No, I don't think I need to. Let's just go f4 and see how this pans out. So, interesting position. So okay, so this could be Magnus Carlsen. Bit unlikely, I don't know, because you know these Norwegians, they often hang around together, they play chess around each other's houses, but I expect Magnus Carlsen has better things to do with his life and sit around here playing on ICC. And yeah, I mean my position's not great, my knight's on the wrong square. This could be yet another example of my poor Dutch play. And the problem is here, he's going to go rook d5. And yeah, my piece is just again a little bit funny. I'm always getting my pieces in stupid positions, aren't I? I really need to stop this. Okay, well, what can I do? I'm just going to take here, and you see rook d5 is the move I was worried about. Well, let's try to give that one a kick. Obviously I didn't see you could just win a pawn, so God, I'm such an expert in the Dutch, aren't I? I just get crushed every time I play it now. Right, okay, time to generate. So let's just try to open up this king of his a little bit. And I could get the queens off now, or I could swing my knight into c5. But then after b4, my knight's a little bit funny. I could go b6 here. I mean, I like to get this knight on a better square. It's only a pawn at the moment. It's not the end of the world, but it could well become the end of the world soon. Okay, well let's have a think. This is a pretty bad play by me, I must admit. How about I just go rook to f8 to stop anything happening in the back rank? That's a lazy move. That's the kind of move you play when you're like, oh, I don't really know what I'm doing, so I'll just shuffle a piece. Okay, well let's see. I mean, I lost this pawn on a5. If I can get my knight into the game, well, I mean, I'm very tempted now to get it into g4. That's very kind of him, because he can't take on e5 because there's a trick with knight g4. So look at this, my knight all of a sudden is becoming a great piece here. I'm just wondering if the knight should even go to this square here. Probably not. I mean, that might be a draw. If I go there, he goes king h2. Of course, we don't even want to draw. You know, that might have been a draw. And now, okay, so how do we get in here? We need to get our pieces into his position. And I need to stop playing so slowly. Dear oh dear, I really am getting such slow at this game nowadays. Old age. That's what we blame it on. Well, mate, I'm like flapping about. Okay, queen here. This is again, it's the flaff move. I want to get my queen somewhere a bit more juicy. So, can we try to get our queen into c1 and then queen into h5? I'm trying to make progress over here. I expect he goes queen d2 here. Something like that maybe. I mean, I could take the queen off then. That's not so stupid. He goes all the way back. Okay. Well, let's put my queen here. It's probably not that aggressive, but I want to try to go h6, g5, maybe. I have some tricks. My piece is all of a sudden quite well placed, so I've got very good compensation here. Well, let's just go h6. It's a useful move, maybe with ideas of going here. And before I do that, put my pieces on better square, striking out here. And I think Gary the G-pawn is really ready to make his manoeuvre now. And okay, so not really sure what I'm threatening still, to be honest. I'm still sort of shuffling about a bit, aren't I? And I really want to get my queen into the position here. Do I have any tricks, tactics? Time running out as usual. Well, let's just try to force this a pawn of his to move, because now my bishop can get to a better square, and I've blockaded his pawns now. Okay. But I'm gonna have to start moving quick. That's for sure. Now, I didn't like this so much because somehow my g5 move was, well, it was a bit rubbish, wasn't it? Because I've let his pieces into the game. Now knight to f5 looks very logical. Okay, time to move quick. Norwegian kids, eh? What? The bane of any blitz player, I think. But I'm sure I was doing well in this game. I'm just like flapping about a bit too much here. And now, well, I don't really want these endings, do I? But do I have much choice? Again, so slow. Well, if it is Magnus Carlsen, he's pretty rubbish at endings, isn't he? So, obviously nothing to fear there. I'm going to try to get rid of this knight, but he just takes on h6. Well, I was about to say something very rude there, which I would have done if the camera's not on me, like... But I won't. Okay, well, that was pretty poor game for me. You know, these things happen, but that was just frustrating. I can see myself getting angry now. Might be time to have another coffee. Okay, well, my opponent played okay. I'm not actually going to say he played brilliantly there because I think it was just okay. I mean, I don't really believe this h4. It seemed like I had a perfectly all right position, but maybe knight d7 was wrong here. Why don't I go knight c6 here, actually? I mean, normally you don't go knight c6 because of d5, but it's very hard for him to play d5 and my bishop on f6, so knight d7 is just such a rubbish square for the knight. I mean, even I'm learning stuff in the classical Dutch, you know. I mean, I'm sure had I gone knight to c6, the game would have been a lot better. Then I've got e5 coming and I'd have everything I want, totally equal positions, so that was pretty rubbish. I mean, okay, my position wasn't too tragic. It wasn't like, you know, completely all over the shop. And around here, well, I think when my knight got to g4, I should probably have great compensation here, because there's a lovely square for my knight. I mean, even here, like I said, if I'd have gone knight to, if you can imagine me playing knight to h5, the square the mouse is hanging over, I'd be attacking g3 then, and I can't see anything better than king h2 then. So, you know, that could well end up drawish, but knight g4 looks like a good way to try to win. Rook e2, and now the only thing is, if I can get my queen into the game, I'd be doing right. But why didn't I even... Well, let's put the computer on. I haven't actually started the computer yet. Let's see what this horrible computer says. Okay, well, the computer does actually think that white's still better. Fair enough. Computer knows best, I guess. Materialistic. Oh, God, I'm really in sweary mood at the moment, but... Until I learn how to beep stuff out, I better not go around swearing, should I? Knight g5 here would have been a good move, so my opponent misses that chance. and queen e1, queen h5, c5, h6, and around here, okay, maybe my opponent's position is just holding together. I thought I had decent compensation here, but no, he's defending everything. So there you go. Only a very small advantage for him. The computer gives it, as you see, as plus 0.4. But my g5 move just didn't really hit the mark here. So that was a mistake. Okay, but my main mistake was, I mean, as a rule, learning the Dutch. Very silly, because I know these things anyway. I'm just like, I blame it on the mornings. But the main thing here is this kind of position. When you look at your knight on b8, you've got to work out where it wants to go to. And very rarely do you move the knight to d7. I mean, sometimes you move it to d7 to f6 to e4. But you nearly always want to get this knight to c6. But the problem is, if you go knight to c6, then d5 is a move you often have to worry about. But I don't have to worry about that here. So knight to c6, and then I go e5 later on. And that would have given me, I'm sure, a perfectly fine game. So that was my mistake with this game. Seb's managed to take me down, not to the Paradise City. And that was that. So a mixed day with the Dutch. One win against Moskalenko and a win against some little Norwegian baby here. So great. But if it is a guy I'm thinking of, he's a very nice Norwegian baby. It's quite funny. Only a couple of years ago, like I said, I think he was my partner in my Blitz thing. So I had to play a move, he had to play a move. So we partnered, and his rating was so low, it was about 1800. And now here he is, beating me. So shows you how good these guys get. A very talented player, obviously. I've no idea how old he is. If it is the person I'm thinking of. He has a YouTube channel. He's probably recorded this. As well. His YouTube channel, which I might check out, is 99 Crash Bandicoot. Okay, I'll check that out. But enough rambling from me. I'll go and have a look at that now. Cheers. All right. Well, thanks for that. Actually, should I get his face? I can maybe bring up a Facebook profile just to see actually who this guy is, so we can get a picture of the victim. It's probably going to be some old Russian bloke now, after everything I've been talking about, rather than some young. It is this guy Sebastian. Okay, well I know this guy. He's a lovely kid, and God, I didn't realise his rating's so high. He was teaching me chat up lines last time I saw him, teaching me how to chat the girls up. Thanks for that, Sebastian. But obviously another talented Norwegian kid, and he beat me there. So there you go. I'm bitter, really, aren't I? I better just shut up now. Okay, right. Cheers. Bye.